All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity, throughout the four corners of the earth, and shalom as well to the men, women, and children learning the truth and sincerity. Our brothers from Great Millstone Tampa back with another live stream. Lord's will is edifying. So we're just gonna go in the spirit. Got some articles here. I just read off some. Just to give you a quick synopsis of what's going on around the world. All right, and we're just bringing it out. Through prophecy. All right, because everything you see around the world right now is all prophecy. All right, says Biden announced. This one article says Biden announces new troop deployments in Europe. Talking about they're going to move more troops over there. All right. NATO to add 2 new members. All kind of shit's going on over there and in the Middle East as well. So, hey, the scriptures are speaking loud and clear. You had something real quick? You got something?
Yeah, since you said that,
go ahead.
We'll get. I'll start off with get it real quick. Isaiah 34:1. Isaiah 34:1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it." So the Lord is talking to all the nations right now. Outside of Israel, all you different nations out there, you Edomites, you Moabites, you Ishmaelites, and you Elamites. Okay, it says, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies, and he hath utterly destroyed them, and hath delivered them to the slaughter." All right, so the Lord is basically calling, basically all you nations, all right, to basically gathering you all together, basically. Yeah. All right, for what? For the indignation. All right, because the indignation of the Lord is supposed to be upon all the nations. Okay, not necessarily just one. But all the nations are gonna get their ass handed to them in that great day. But it's all gonna start with that war that's brewing up, slowly brewing up. Okay, in that region the brother's talking about. You got it.
Yeah, and all this is leading to, like the brother's going into, the gathering of these nations, which is World War III. All right, the battle of Armageddon, if you will, which is Harmageddon in the Hebrew, meaning mountain of troops. All right, and these were the Middle East is really going to be where things get going. Right now the sides are being chosen. All right, the Lord is stirring up the Medes, the king of the Medes. They're executing Ezekiel 38. Mm-hmm. But all these other, ultimately it's going to lead to all these nations hating the whore. All right, pursuant to Revelation 17. But right now we're seeing the beginning stages of it. All right, now we clearly seeing how all these things are coming out. Because we've been warning the people about it, and now that it's actually happening, we recognize it because we've been prophesying about it. This is what the things we've been looking for. Go ahead, you get the dog in real quick.
Yeah, you good. Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." All right. So, right now, the Medes, okay, which you would consider today, the Russia, okay, because they're really in that land right now. It's that same a lot of land in which the Medes dwell would be where the Russians are today. Okay, so this is prophetic. All right, the Medes, being the Russians, it says, "I will stir them up." So he says, "I'm gonna stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." All right, you're not gonna be able to pay them off to stop the destruction. Okay, because really right now Russia, they have a big mouth right now. They're saying a lot of shit. They're talking about destroying nations. They're talking about you hear what I'm talking? Yeah, they're talking about destroying, like
they'll say talking about the first cities they'll shoot.
Right, they tell you straight up, like, what nukes. They're talking about nuclear strikes.
That you poking the bear, man. To keep it. Hey, this is beautiful times we're living in, man. This is, you can't deny it no more. When we used to tell people World War III was coming, hey, they would try to deny it, but now there's no denying it, man. All right, because the words of of Yahweh Shem Shai are speaking for themselves now. You know, there's no longer we telling you about it. We pointing it out. We telling you, look, this is the prophecy right here, and look, take a look at what's going on in the world. You know, these are the hey, this is the signs of the return of the Lord, man. Yeah. So hey, this is what we're telling you: repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, because the Lord is about to return. These are the signs telling you that He's coming back.
You should be excited, man. You should be like, okay, this is good. You know, we're going through a lot of hell down here as so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. We don't really have nothing here, but these are all signs of, again, like the brother is just saying, that the Lord is going to come back. But first, before all that, okay, we have to go through the straight gate, and it's going to be a nuclear war. I'm going to keep reading here because it's going to talk about the downfall of Babylon. It says, verse 18. So this is Isaiah 13 and 18. Their bows, or their weapons of war, shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity of the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. That's how ruthless that they're going to be, okay, against the West. It says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when the Most High Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And if you read the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, which was a land that was basically all they that was known for doing abominable acts, which is, if you read the book, was it Revelation 11 and 8, where it says the spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. Okay, that's talking about the U.S. It's talking about America. Okay, so you liken it on to what the Heavenly Father did to Sodom and Gomorrah. What did he do? He overthrew it with fire. Okay, fire rained from the sky and destroyed it. And you can see that the U.S. is on that same path that Sodom and Gomorrah was doing. Just
worse. It's even worse. You got people walking around with different organs in them now. You got niggas with ovaries, women with dicks, chicks with dicks. They didn't, at least they didn't have that in Sodom. So this place is so far gone, man, that the only remedy is just like the way Sodom and Gomorrah went out.
Mm-hmm.
The nuclear, but this is gonna be worse because it's gonna be left behind it. You know, not just 5 cities. You know, it's gonna be all the great city is gonna be destroyed and uninhabitable. You know, and rightfully so, because the most atrocious, wicked, decrepit acts have been committed here in America. You know, that's why the Lord's gonna cleanse it with these thermonuclear missiles that Russia is gonna begin shooting off. All right, they're going to be leading the charge towards America with these thermonuclear missiles, and this is what we're seeing. That they talk, like the brother mentioned earlier, they're talking a big game because they know what you're going to do. We the top dogs when it comes to these missiles. You know, right. They're flexing. Go ahead.
Real quick precept here. I'm gonna go back to that, Lord willing. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse. We'll start at verse 6. Get to the point. It says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly." Okay, and we know that again. Go back to that story. All right, what ended up happening? He saved Lot, and his two daughters. Okay. Yep. And everybody else basically died. Even his wife died, okay, because she ended up looking back at that wicked ass kingdom, and as you know, and that's something that we need to.
Going to show you that the woman loves the woman loves all that foolery and all that nonsense that was being committed in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, she was loving all that wicked ass shit out there, but then. You know, she was, what else she was looking back as was the riches, because you know Lot was a wealthy man. You know, that was, you remember Abraham had to split all the shit with him. They had so much, so he was in a poor man. But so she was looking back at that, the good life. Well, we going up to the caves. Hey, she looked back. Hey,
one more time.
Yeah. So hey, that's gonna happen to a lot of you Babylonians here in America, man.
Hey, that was the point I wanted to get to, because. That's something we need to remember, because there's a scripture that says what? Remember Lot's wife, right?
Yeah.
You know, and
looking back.
Don't look back at this place, man. Once you come out of this truth, once you come out of this world and into the truth, all right, just no looking back. And especially when the destruction is on this, is happening. No, we're supposed to keep the scripture say to keep your head, look up, for our redemption joy of night. That's what we looking for. We're looking up for salvation. But again, it says for an example. It says making them an example unto those that should live ungodly. You see, so this place is going to be made an example. And if I go back to Isaiah 13 here, I'm gonna keep reading on down because I believe it says something down here about it basically being a monument, being an example. Where was I? Boom, verse 19. No, verse 20. We read 19. It says, "It shall never be inhabited." Okay, talking about the United States, Babylon. Okay, because this is Babylon. Okay, we're not talking about
Vatican City.
Babylon. Okay, this is talking about Babylon, where we at right now, the land of confusion. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Why? Because it's going to be completely destroyed by nuclear fire. Neither shall the Arabian prince pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, because this is emergency. All right. And this place is no longer, ain't no business going to be conducted over here no more. All right. None of the folly none of that. It says, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So this place is going to be inhabited by desert creatures and monsters. It ain't going to be a place to build up civilization and to start anew. And this is the land of milk and honey. This is the place that us as Israelites, when we're in the kingdom of heaven, in our power, we're going to remember this place with nothing but bad memories. All right, this is the worst place, the worst kingdom, whatever you want to call it, the worst captivity that any nation could even dream of being under, and we had to deal with it for hundreds and hundreds of years. So this place is going to be utterly destroyed, and it's going to be left here as a monument of how not to be, an example. All right, just like Sodom was destroyed, nothing's really growing there no more. All right, it's still there, it's still there, the land is still there, and people still in that area. But here, no one's going to be dwelling here no more. You got it, bro.
Time. This is I'm gonna jump to go to the book of Jeremiah 50. Just read through here, because this is what we're telling you, warning you about, man, to come up out of this place, man. If you don't want to be partakers of her plagues, and that's what, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, the outcome of that. All right, so I'm gonna start at verse 3. It's Jeremiah 50, verse 3. It says, "For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein." All right, so that's talking about that Russia, man. The head that's going to be leading the charge against the whore, that great whore. Okay, he's going to be Russia, followed by her allies. All right, the beast, which is NATO right now. All right, and EU and NATO, they're going to be coming towards the whore as well, shooting their missiles.
Yep.
All right, all the BRICS nation, India, another big player of missiles, North Korea, Iran, Britain, okay, France. Anybody that got missiles is going to be shooting on that whore. It says, "They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days," I'm going to read through this. It says, "And in those days, and in that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek Yahweh their power." And that's what you see, man. All right, the nation of Israel coming back together when this is right before this the destruction comes upon this place, because it's really in the sight of how many years it's been. It ain't been that long since Jake been awoken to this truth. So it's what 40, 50 years maybe.
Right.
So hasn't been a long time, but this is why I said right. It says in those days. So we've been in those days that it's talking about right here. Verse 5, it says, "They shall seek the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, Come and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten." And that's what beginning with the elect, man, the 144,000. This is what's talking about right here, man. The men of the Lord coming back, all right, and then teaching and bringing forth the fruit meat for repentance. So this is all going to be happening while Jeremiah is describing this destruction, because this is going to be happening so close together. He's seen just a clip of it, a movie, so to say. But for us, we've been out here years. He saw it in a vision, quick vision, so to say. All right, but verse 6 it says, "My people have been lost sheep; their shepherds have caused them to go astray." And hey, ain't that our people? Who else would fit this, man? Our leaders lead our people astray, man, because they take the bag. All right, have them worshiping after these idols. It says they have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them. Right, all these other enemies, all the enemies of our people. Now it's coming out that hey, if you're just an idiot, now the truth is all coming out, man. The facts are coming out that these other nations don't like you, man. Especially Esau, Edom.
Especially.
Where was I? Verse 8, remove. Oh, wait, Salakia. Verse 7, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversary said, we offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh. So these nations like, look, these are the people of the Lord. And look at how low condition they are. So, hey, we can take it a little further on their ass. They're the ones that sinned against their power, right? So, hey, look at them. So that's what they're saying at us, man. And that's when they came be confederate, all right? Which now them being confederate with Esau's all blowing up in their face, man. That's why this is the end, man. The final war to end all wars, because Esau has sowed nothing but chaos and corruption around the world, that everybody's sick of it. Verse 8 now. Oh no, it says, against the Lord, and they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he goats before the flock. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. So, hey, that's what you're seeing, being united again. All right, the former USSR. And guess what? There are some more nations that are coming with them. So the great assembly even is going to be Europe, all right, as a whole.
Whole, right? Yeah.
Whole world, pretty much, we can say, is going to be coming up with Russia, man. All right, you got something? Because I'm gonna keep reading down a little more.
You got it, brother.
All right, it says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Hey, that's right, man. So, hey, they're gonna be invading America. They're gonna have that bitch surrounded. Okay, they're gonna be having the missiles pointed, the nukes is going to be pointed, and it's going to be World War III ain't going to be a war that goes on years and years, man. Like World War I and World War II did. Nah, this is going to be the quickest World War to date. We ain't going to be out here years of World War. This shit is going down quickly because once that World War really erupts, it's because the chip's already out. Right. So yeah, it's going to be rolling quick, buddy. It's gonna be a meat grinder.
It's gonna be so much death, man. You're gonna feel the absence of the souls. The souls leaving the earth. You're gonna feel it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dark, evil countenance upon the whole world, bro.
The mist, the miasma. It's gonna be scary, bro. We're trying to tell you this is gonna be like supernaturally scary.
Yeah, think about it. World War I, during World War I and World War II, people were terrified around the world, hearing things on the radio and hearing about. Now you're gonna see this shit live on your news every day. So, and on social media. So this is gonna be a war to bug people the hell out. Because even if you're not over there, you're gonna be seeing footage. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some horrendous things going on.
They're gonna keep showing you on the news. You're gonna turn on the news. They're gonna keep showing you the explosions and the
death and destruction around the world.
The we call the aircraft carriers. They're gonna keep showing you this drilling. And you're gonna keep feeding you.
We're at war. We're at war.
Yeah. It's gonna put a spirit of fear upon the civilians of the world, whatever nation you may live in. You watch it, you listen on the radio, you watch it on the internet, on your television. Everybody's gonna be in the spirit of the same. Okay, look at it like this. Look at the people that are living out there in Afghanistan. Those areas that are ravaged with war on a daily basis with drone strikes. A lot of the Western world is going to be living like that.
Yep.
A lot of the European countries are going to be living like that, scared.
Hey, because America, what's it called? Is America's gonna be in chaos internally.
Yep.
There's gonna be division here. The chaos everywhere. Niggas looting and hooting. So America's gonna be falling into pieces, bro. And the nation's gonna take advantage of all this. So it's not. It's gonna be some rough times for you Americans. But let me go back here. It says back in Jeremiah 50:9, it says their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Right. So all their missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, regular missiles, all right, hypersonic missiles, all the missiles, right, they're getting shot off. And they're going to hit their targets because the Lord going to put his spirit in them. Verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Because ye were glad, because, verse 11, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because you are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. Yeah, because that's America, man. They have gotten fat.
Yeah, fat.
Off the enslavement of our people. That's how America got so rich. All right, and then they destroyed us as a nation here. You know, they got all the tribes, round them all up, and brought them here, and destroyed our heritage. You know, now you got us out here in America looking like calling ourselves Negroes,
crazy right now,
Native Americans, and eating that shit up. Proud to be it too.
Tatted up, eating pork and shrimp, calling it a delicacy. You got us all crazy right now. It's a miracle that there's the remnant is still, is woken up, like there's a sprouting up, like a seeds that sprouted up, but they're here. The remnant is here, okay, to give that warning. But yeah, look at the nation. Look at the nation, what you call God's people. Where's that? I had it. Lamentations 2:15, because all the nations are looking at us like that, and they have looked at us like that. That's why they have taken over. It says, all they that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city of that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? They're looking like, is this them? It says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee, they hiss and gnash their teeth, they say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day we look for, we have found it, and we have seen it. So the other day,
that's real quick. That's why the other nations laugh in our faces right now when we tell them we're the sons of the Most High. Right. They look at us like we some monkeys in the zoo, So they're like, come on, man. You talking about the niggas that do drive-bys and the Mexicans that come here illegally?
Yep.
Y'all the people of the Lord? No way. They laugh at us, and that's good.
Now, there's occasionally you will find someone of the other nations, whether it be Edomites, it could be Jakes, or like Palestinians or something like that. They'll say that the Negroes and the Mexicans, yada yada, they're the Israelites. Every now and then you'll see that, but for the most part, they look at us like, y'all just slaves. Y'all here for my entertainment. You here to clean the sink in the back. You need to go pick up a
cut
mop.
The grass, boy. Cut the grass. Exactly. The chip pies is that way.
And then you got Esau, the one the wicked one that's in power right now. He knows
what's up. To be us. Mm-hmm. It's okay for him to claim to be the people of the Lord, though. Nobody bats an eye.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he's the white man. He can't do no wrong. He's the face of perfection in the eyes of the world. Even in the eyes of you Israelites, he's the face of God and the face of perfection. And what's he do? He sets up little stumbling blocks for you, Jake, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to sin against their Heavenly Father. He makes it, all the stuff that he has going on in America, Babylon, is for you to go off and sin against the Heavenly Father. Right here, real quick, Revelation 12:10, it says, I heard a loud voice saying, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. Here's the point. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And that's Esau, okay? Because what's he do? He sets it up so that we can dig our own grave, okay? And that's wicked. But and he'll be the one that because he's the one that runs the radio and the TV, and he allows what goes on the radio. So he wants you to put out music about adultery and killing each other, all right, and doing
Right.
drugs.
While he's listening, that's lucky. I thought it was echo. No, but yeah, while he's listening to classical music, symphonies, harps,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful music. He got you niggas and Spicks out here listening to Boozy Badass and Drake.
Shake your ass,
Bad Funny, Nicki Minaj, that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Little Yachty, your little pump.
Talking about Percocets and I fucked your girl and like that's
AK-47
on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you putting that on the radio? Children listen to the radio. You don't put that on the radio, but they could put. There's so many other good hip hop and music you put on there instead. But no, they choose to put that and give these guys millions of dollars. Okay, so and just so they can say point fingers at us. See, this is the reason why. This is the reason why you kill each other because of this rap music. You letting the rap music. He's the accuser of our brethren. All right, brother Esau. Okay, he's setting it. He set it up. He's setting it up so we can fall. Well, you Jakes just have to. You got to be able to see. Just the okie doke. Okay, you got to be smarter than this. And again, it takes a lot to wake up from this fucking sleep. But the time is now. All right, the Lord has got His hand extended for you to wake up because the war is about to happen. A physical war. Like these people are about to blow up America. You people around here shaking your ass all goddamn day, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, more on that.
Some great miseries. Many great miseries. All right, let me get that real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but I got more on that, Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
Let me get this real quick. Second Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50 says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So, like you said, you got all these people just walking around, all dildo heads, just clueless, just living it up, thinking shit's all cool and crisp. But what? There's famines coming. All right, great death and slaughter on these streets, purges. All right, a world war. So there's gonna be civil unrest here, and they're just walking around proud, thinking, going to the movies. Every camp we see this, man. People just bullshitting. Going around bullshitting, wasting their time, not knowing that death is literally coming to them soon. Death and destruction all around them. But hey, that's that great. That's why they deserve them great miseries, man. Because they think they're comfort. They safe. Jesus will help them.
Elder Yashwamba calls it flood behavior. You see Jake, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans just acting a fool out here when it's a clear red flag. Like you don't see the big fucking spider right there. You just falling right into the trap, dog. Like we out here to tell you, you walking like the brother said. Every camp we see it. You just going to the movies, going to the restaurants, hooting and hollering, having a good ass time. You pass right by the prophets of the Lord. You walk right, but you don't even look at us no more. You don't even. It's like you don't even see us. It's like
they don't want to see us now.
No, they know because they done fucked up 3 years ago when they was mocking us, and now they see everything happen and come to pass. They don't even want to make eye contact.
Shit, all them people that come out of that apartment building, the element, they ain't got no excuse. They probably everybody that lives in that building has seen us. Now they paying like $3,500, $4,000 for them apartments, and just to come out to see the prophets of the Lord across the street every Saturday.
Cuss you out, you out. Through the spirit, of course.
We're telling you, we're warning. We're just warning the people. Hey, if you could take heed, well, soon we won't even be out there anymore. When the famine of the word comes. That's when you want to find us.
Yeah, when they see that it's okay, 3 Saturdays in a row, you don't see those men out there no more. Hey,
they start bugging.
They're like, hold on a second. I think this is starting to get real because these men have been out there diligently out there all the time, sometimes twice a week in that spot, and now they just disappear. Well,
you're gonna see a tank rolling down the road.
yeah, a little tumbleweed or something. You're gonna turn on your news and you can be like, okay, well, the things that they were saying. It's looking like it's really starting to hit close to home now. Now it's talking about they're trying to recruit my son into this war overseas. They're trying to get him over there. They got these different destroyers out on the Gulf of Mexico or whatever. It's going to get close. All right, it's going to get close. Okay.
If you're on a shore, if you're anywhere on a shoreline, you're most likely gonna see some troops,
Right.
especially in the major cities, Miami, the Florida's all through. Straight off of Cuba. They get here quick.
Yep.
Shoot some missiles from a submarine. They coming for this base, McDill. So
yeah, it's a target. That's a Russian target, man. Okay. And then they showed you in that animation years back. Tampa is a Russian target. They're gonna nuke it eventually. It's got a nuke with its name on it.
Got to take the SATCOMs out. The comms,
right.
The communication center.
Yeah. The communication. You got to take the communication. You got to take the eyes and the ears out.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna end up happening. And we live here. You think that wow we should be scared. But no, you see, we smile and we're a little excited about it because we understand what this means. All right, we understand that that's not for us. Okay, the Lord's willing, of course, but this is something that's going to happen. This has to happen before we can even dream about the kingdom of heaven and immortality, all the beautiful things that we like to that's written in the scriptures.
Yeah.
Before we think about that, we have to go through this bullshit, man. Everybody does.
That's right. Acts 14:22.
Yep.
Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we got to go through the tribulation. All right, the hour of temptation.
Right.
All right, all Jacob's trouble, man. The earthquakes, the uproars of the people. We're living in. That's what we're living in. You know what I'm saying? There's earthquakes swallowing up, killing thousands a day. Uproars everywhere. They're about to turn up again with these lockdowns. So wars on the world war is literally on the brink. They got the world's world war on mainstream media, for Christ's sake.
Trending topic.
Bro. Google that. Google World War III, and I guarantee you're gonna get a plethora of news articles.
Guaranteed.
So it's happening, man. The chip systems are in place. Yep. All the grid is in place.
Crypto.
All right. Yep. The markets is volatile. CBDCs. Hey, it's all here, man. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of time now. The next planned scheme,
The Mr. Burns.
One more event, and this thing places through.
Yeah, the thread is gonna snap, and you Americans are gonna be looking for some sort of order. All right,
DEFCON 1.
Because what if another event like I hate saying it, but 9/11, what if something like that were to happen hypothetically? Okay, and we're telling you that something like that is going to happen worse. Okay, think about it. Okay, this world isn't ready for that. This place it's too much other shit going on now. Something like that happens, they're gonna beg. They're gonna beg for some sort of order. You Americans are gonna beg, and you're gonna go right to the government, and you're gonna demand some sort of order. And they're gonna have. That's why they have what call it problem, reaction, solution. Yeah. Right? They have it all set up for you. They're waiting for the react. They have the problem set up. They're gonna initiate the problem, and then they're gonna assess your reaction, and they're gonna have the solution in their back pocket. And you're gonna fall right into the trap. And we're sitting here watching. We're telling you like this is what they're gonna do. All right. We don't know exactly how they're gonna do it, but we have a good idea from what we see and what the scriptures are telling us. Okay. You got it, bro.
Back in Jeremiah 50 and verse 12, it says, "Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed." Right, and that's Britain, which is part of those 10 horns. Right, part of the beast that's going to come up against America. Right, so Britain is ashamed of America. They're gonna cut ties with them eventually. Like, look, oh my, it's gonna America's already a laughing joke stock of the planet with look, they've gone around push democracy on everybody, and look how foul theirs is. Everybody's pointing fingers and laughing at Biden. This guy's a joke. America's a joke. So these nations are gonna eventually just cut ties with him.
Well, real quick, the people of these other nations, like look at the English people.
Always hated them.
They always hated America, bro.
Yep.
Fuck
yeah, that's true because that's except for the Negroes and Latinos. Like if we go if we go over there to them European countries, we get treated good. But if Esau goes over there, oh, you stupid American.
Yep. That's real talk. That's spiritual. Yeah.
It's good because the Edomites out here is a special kind of devil. So they're gonna get it by their own people, verse says behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, and the dry land in the desert, which is the America. All right, the hindermost of the nations is going, and that's going to be via those missiles, man. All right, which Britain will shoot missiles on America as well. It said Revelation 17, they're going to burn her with fire. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Where was I? Verse 13, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but shall be wholly desolate. So America, because of the wrath of the Lord, America is going to be destroyed. So what all these people talking about, God bless America. Well, hey, that's how God's going to bless America, with his wrath. He gonna bless a lot of, he gonna show it a lot of love. And it's gonna be in the form of his wrath, and utterly destroy everything, everybody, and leave nothing behind. That's how wicked this place is. Every trace of evidence is going to be eradicated.
Yeah, not no branch, not a car tire, not a
nothing, a business card, nothing,
nothing, not business.
A roach. It's just gonna be all burned up, man.
Dust. And we're telling you this, man, because that's how much the Lord hates it. He has indignation for this place. This is gonna be a sacrifice in Basra, the scripture says. Okay. All right, it's a blood sacrifice. It's right. It's ready. Okay. And it's going to be a big the altar. Okay. We're trying to tell you, man, the Lord has this thing planned out on a cosmic scale. And you're gonna the whole world's gonna be witness to it. Okay, because this place is gonna be utterly, imagine the whole United States completely turned to a crater by a bombardment of nuclear missiles. Okay, and then on top of that, the Lord coming back. All right, it's the whole world's gonna bear witness to this thing. Okay,
yeah, be afraid. Everybody gonna feel it. The whole world's gonna feel it.
To and fro.
There's gonna be a big old crater. That water's gonna be removed. Earthquakes. Yeah. All kind of things are gonna be going on around the world. Tsunamis. Mm-hmm. Shit, a lot of shit is gonna evaporate. Around the world as well. But mainly here in America, of course. You got something out?
If you're still reading Isaiah,
I got.
If you keep reading, I'm gonna read 51.
Okay. Okay. Let me finish this verse. I was at verse 13. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Yeah, and those ultimate plagues can be the missiles. All right, which is, well, that's one of many, but it's going to be the final one. But just like in ancient Egypt, it was plagued. All right. Well, America's going through its plagues. All right. Famine. Yeah. There's going to be famine, pestilences, got them bugs, all kind of shit is going on. So, and it's only the plagues are going to get worse and worse. Go ahead.
Boom. Isaiah 51 and 11, right? Isaiah 51. I'm sorry, Jeremiah 51 and 11. Slakia. It says, "Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes." All right, and again, going into these other nations, but who's the main adversary of the United States would be the Russians. Okay, yeah. and their allies. Okay, so their spirits is going to be raised up. For his device is against Babylon, the United States. Okay, the U.S.
Yeah, because that's what they see as the main threat. Russia sees the main threat as America, and blames America for everything that's going on. Really,
rightfully so.
Exactly, yeah, and absolutely right.
We've got to point the finger at somebody. Might as well be these motherfuckers over here, bro. It says, "For his device is against Babylon, the United States, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple." Because the spirit of the kings of the Medes are going to be raised up, so the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to execute vengeance, basically. Okay, and then of course all the other nations, because you go into the book of Revelation, it talks about the beast. All right, the very beast that the whore sits upon, is going to turn against the whore. Okay, so this is, and the brother was talking about it earlier. They go join forces with what you Americans would seem to be the enemy. Okay, it's gonna be so poetic.
Yep. And that's why he said the Lord's going to put he's putting his vengeance upon him. That's why these troops aren't going to have no pity on you Americans.
Nope.
These foreign troops, they ain't going to have no pity on you Americans. They ain't going to have no problem bashing your brains in with their guns and torturing you. No problems. They're not going to have not think twice about it. They're doing it right now in Ukraine. Shit. What do you think they're going to do to you Americans? Shit.
They're not gonna. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point, Ash. They're doing it to the Ukrainians right now. They're doing it to the Ukrainians. When you wait till they come over in the shores, bro, they're gonna have a field day with your children, your wives. They're gonna fuck you up, dog. And what's it saying? Isaiah 13, which says, let me get it. Go back to Isaiah 13 real quick, Bubba Shaw. It says, I read up from where I was before. It says, verse 15. I'll read on down a little bit. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Okay, all you Americans that, and all you what you call you Jakes that want to be joined on to this place. Hey, when these troops come over here, you're gonna get your ass thrust through. Verse 16. Here's the point. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. And then it goes into the Medes. Okay, so when these foreign troops, okay, whether they be UN troops or the Russians actually come over here, man, I'd be imagining that shit, dog. That's a terrifying thing. And them Russians, bro, they're scary, man. There's some scary troops. They come over here, they're not gonna show no pity upon your children, upon your elderly, especially you crackers, man.
They're gonna do exactly what America has done across the whole world.
And
they're coming back. The wrath is coming back. All the wrath America has shown out is coming back to it. Karma's a bitch, as they say.
It is.
This case is Yahweh Bashim outside coming for your ass.
Yeah, man. You see that? So we're telling you through prophecy, man. There's no avoiding it at this point. You're gonna have to. You as Americans, you're gonna have to pick a side. Well, I say Americans. You as Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are gonna have to choose a side here soon, man. Are you with the Lord or are you with this life? Because there's a lot of temptation that's going to be coming up. You know, when we talk about the mark, the MOTB, okay, these things are on the table. They're in the books, okay, and eventually they're going to be mandated, and you're going to have to make a decision. And really, the decision is: do I want to eat, or do I, or do I want to have faith in an unseen power? And you're going to look at it like, well,
it's our temptation.
Yeah, you're going to be tempted to this, but you know what? Well, God, he'll forgive me. You know,
He knows my heart.
Yeah, He understands. I need to feed my family. He's a merciful God, but you falling right into the trap. Revelation 13. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying. No, he gonna destroy you now. You know,
gonna fuck you up, though.
Seal the deal.
Hey, you read Revelation 14. It says you gonna you drinking what you call now. How's it go? It goes Revelation 14 and
tortured in the presence of the holy angels.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, it says the same. I'll read verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, which you niggas are gonna do because you weak.
Yeah, they already worship it. It's just the only thing.
They're already worshiping the beast.
Pending is the chip now, the mark. They worship the beast and the image. That's why they live the bullshit lives. You know, so I live in Freakville 24/7. That's part of the image of the beast. You know, democracy. They love the beast, man, and his image. God, the Lord.
You vote every 2 years. You out there on the line waiting. You got the little jump shot. You get the boosters and all that. You Christian. You got a cross around your neck. Okay, your daughter's a alphabet. Whatever. You know, you
questioning.
You know what I'm saying? It says, it's a slakia. Yeah, I misspoke. So you already worshiping the image of the beast. So you're doing that now. It says, after that, it says, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, okay, so that's the temptation. Okay, when you go into the Revelation, the 3rd chapter and 10th verse, talks about being kept from the hour of temptation. The hour of temptation is when this mark is when you go into the 13th chapter right before this, it says that he's gonna cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive this mark. So you can go ahead and you can buy or sell. You're not gonna be able to participate in commerce or anything in society unless you have that thing there, that thing. Okay. So
and that's why they're moving to digital cash, because your fiat currency, as you know it, is about to die, and they're gonna bring in a new one. Then it's gonna be digital.
Elder Pastor Tara put that really good video up on his Odyssey last night or today, and basically going in on how it's connected to the body, and you gotta watch that joint right there, And I watched most of it. There's still a few minutes I need to watch of it, but point was made. Okay, this thing is taking off, and you can't argue. You can't argue that this is what the MOTB is. There's no argument at this point. You just kicking against the pricks at this point, man.
I mean, what you gonna do when they tell you need to buy something? That's when you can keep denying it all you want, but you're still gonna be that. Just because you don't believe it, don't mean it's not gonna happen to you. Man, you can believe the train's not gonna hit you and stand in front of on the railroad tracks as he was gonna happen, but it's still gonna happen, man.
What if son did not believe? Does that make the faith of the Heavenly Father without effect? No. Okay. Just because you don't believe it, nigga. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. So what? So what? That's what he said. So what if son did not believe?
Nigga. Verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. So you're gonna have to die, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation, which is righteous anger, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. That sucks. You ever been burned before? That shit hurts. In the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, so which is Yahweh Shai, and the angels are, the angels, the holy host, and hey, the 144,000. Okay, you're gonna have to die in front of the one you call Jesus Christ. He's gonna watch you burn. That's a very shitty death, man. And you were warned.
Tormented. Yeah, it says they're gonna be tormented.
It sucks, man. And you got the warning, bro.
I'm gonna get the word there real quick for tormented in the blue letter.
Yeah, what's that say?
Let me read it in the in the NLT first. It says Revelation 14:9. Then a third angel followed them, shouting, "Anyone who worships the beast and his statue, or accepts his mark on the forehead or on the hand, must drink of the wine of God's anger. It has been poured full strength into God's cup of wrath, and they will be tormented with fire and burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels in the Lamb."
That's
All right, let me go to this word here for
you got it tormented, and you got to be spiritual to understand that, man. That's a very spiritual passage, and it's not, it's not easy for everybody to get. You got it, bro.
Yeah, here's the words for tormented is basanazio.
Strong's G 928.
Basanizo. It says to test metals by the touchstone, which is a black Sicilia stone. Okay, that's not it. To question by applying torture, to vex with grievous pains of body or mind.
That's the word. That's the word.
To be harassed, distressed,
tormented. Yeah.
Pain, toil. So that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some pain, some grievous pains.
Tell you, dog.
Body and mind, both body and mind, because your soul is gonna be tormented. And
before the spirit leaves your body, you're gonna have to deal with this, man.
That's the true hell. Esau like to talk about hell. You go down, you're gonna burn. Well, at least you're not gonna burn forever, but it's gonna be torment. It's gonna be torture down there, on the lake of fire.
That's right, the lake of fire, bro. You ever burn yourself before? That shit is the worst, man. I could not imagine. You
feel it for days, if not weeks, after you. Even if you once you get out of the fire, all that shit is pain.
Your whole body
The
burning, bro?
meat, yeah, down to the flesh, the white part.
Hell no, dog.
They gotta take skin off your ass and put it on your hand.
Yeah, you gotta graft your skin. No,
Yeah.
dog.
Say there ain't gonna be no skin grafts after the missiles hit, boy.
Yo, fuck that, dog.
It's gonna be you're gonna be eradicated, just poof. But you're gonna feel it.
Hey,
And
look
it's
at
gonna
that
feel
movie,
like eternally. It's gonna feel like a
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, that vision that Sarah Connor had, man, that joint right there, man. That's a good little visual, okay, of what you, Jake, you so-called Black Hispanics and every rank is gonna have to deal with, man. Where's that in is it Zechariah? Where it says you stand up, yeah, I think it is the 14th chapter. Where's it at? 9. The tongue shall burn.
I'm
trying to remember where that is.
Like 13 and 9.
Oh, is it 13?
One of those.
Yeah, I want to find it.
Let's see here. It's the that's 14 and 12 or something like that.
Okay, I'll find out.
Here it is. It's Zechariah 13 or 14 and 12. It says, and this shall be the plague. Right, we read about the plague earlier. In Jeremiah 50, read about that plague. And this is that plague, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And that, like I was describing, that's that nuclear that destruction, and even going into it deeper. It ain't gonna be talked about this place no more. There's not gonna be no more vision for this place. There's no future for America, man. This is it. When the missiles come and that final plague comes, it's over for America. All right. No more future for America. No more making America great again. Because it's gonna go out with people melting, literally. Fervent heat is gonna melt these people.
Fuck y'all up, man. Hey, a nuclear war ain't nothing to sneeze at, man. We're trying to tell you, it's going to happen. There's no stopping it. All right, it's like a baby coming out.
It's on the way.
Can't force it back in, man. The water broke is coming out, and that's why these plagues are coming. All right, so now we're getting hyperinflation. Hyperinflation's on the rise right now. Inflation is going to lead to hyperinflation. Just because the gas went down 20 cents, don't think everything is sweet, man.
Right.
Okay, it's going back up. It's going back up something nice.
Yeah.
But it's going to lead to a war. All right, that's really the point.
Yep. You got anything? You got anything else?
I got one more.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 54 and 16 and 17. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. All right, then that smith, a smith is someone that deals with metals, works with metals. In this case, they call them blacksmiths or weaponsmith. Okay, he makes the swords. Okay, really weapons, because because a smith will deal with a lot of things with metal, but specifically when you hear the word smith, you think of someone that deals with weapons and makes weapons and forges them. All right, so this is parabolic. I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. So the Lord is saying he created the smith, the weapon maker, that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I wonder what that is. And it says, I have created the waster to destroy. So he created the physicists, the nuclear physicists and scientists that learn how to split the atom. All right, he put the spirit on them to figure that out. Okay. Until now, today, 2022, we have all these crazy weapons that can blow a hole in the earth. Okay.
Yeah. Well, destroy the whole earth, really, with weapons of mass destruction. And that's why America's going to be such eradicated, because, it's only going to take 4 warheads to blow all of America up. And everybody going to shoot them missiles. So it's going to be overkill, 200 million.
Well, you said it earlier. You said a crater is going to turn into a crater, and the fucking water, the waters are probably going to converge on this place, man.
Yeah, evaporate, evaporate a lot of water too. Shit,
leave a big crater.
Yeah,
big mist, big vapor.
Yeah, it'll be instant, but for them it's going to feel forever. And they're going to be tormented. It's just going to be a quick flash, but the Lord gonna slow it down for their ass. Damn, I wouldn't want to be there.
No,
Like
sir.
that.
Verse 17, though. Let me get the last verse here. Verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. So that's not anything that us of the hopeful elect have to worry about.
Yep.
And it says, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. So everybody that's against what we're saying, which is through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, starting with the elders, the apostles, on down to brothers like us. If you against it, then it says, it said, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh. See it? So we this is straight from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is straight from what you would call God. Okay, these are the words that the Heavenly Father we're sent. Okay, just like Yahweh Shai was sent. Okay, we're in His stead right now because He's back with the Father. We're continuing to work here in this incarnation, the very last one before the kingdom of heaven. All right, to give you that one final warning that Yahweh Shai will be coming back. Okay, Yahweh Shai, and what you call Jesus Christ is not what you think it is, man. You search Jesus Christ in Google, that picture that comes up, that's not what it is, man. You're gonna be disappointed. Okay, when you really see who the King of Kings, Lord of Lords really is. All right, he's not to be fucked with, and he's coming to execute vengeance. Okay, that's all I had.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So, hey, Lord's will, this is edifying, man. Brothers out there keep pushing. All right, because the time is short. We need to maintain our faith and integrity. All right, and keep our confidence high in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, because that's all we got. All right, ain't no carnal thing gonna be able to save us. So, brothers got to be in the right spirit, because we in some evil times, and the only way out is through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So, brothers need to make sure your face is on point. And everybody else that are watching, y'all better be on point too. Because the Lord's bringing death and destruction upon Israel. So, so with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ruach Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, who rule well. Salutation and much love to all you Akim out there pushing out this word into sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.